Hello and welcome to another Dragon Ball FighterZ video. Today, TGN Anime presents a character profile for Kid Buu. Kid Buu was my personal favorite new character from the open beta, so I think I've got a pretty good idea on how to play him. He excels in the mid-range with a few unpredictable attacks, and he's fast. He's great at applying pressure, and it's very easy for him to deal heavy damage with his level 3 super. But before we get to his specials and supers, there are a couple of normals that you should keep in mind. Like this one that I'm calling Pulling My Leg, because I like that name. Just by hitting the medium attack button while standing or jumping, Buu will hit an opponent with his leg and pull himself towards him. This is great for initiating combos or even just changing position, because even if you don't hit anyone, Buu will still pull himself forward. Now, not a lot of characters can initiate combos from this distance, so that's definitely one of Buu's biggest strengths. His medium attack button is also super useful when crouching, as Kid Buu puts his foot through the ground, and he kicks the opponent in Buu's direction. I believe Dragon Ball Fusions call this move Fake Shot. It's a bad name, but let's go with that. It's really easy to start a combo with this, and again, Kid Buu is a big threat from the mid-range because it can just hit you with a low attack out of nowhere. Moving on to his specials, quarter circle forward and the special button throws the Chocolate Beam, which is a full screen attack that turns the opponent into chocolate. Buu will then eat the chocolate and spit him out in a way that allows you to follow up with an assist or a super attack if you want to. Buu will also regenerate a little bit of blue health if this attack lands, which is a big deal because this attack is absolutely free, and you can do it as many times as you want. Other moves that regenerate health in the game usually have their own limitations, like Krillin's Senzu Bean has a limited number of uses, and Majin Buu's level 3 super, which, you know, spends 3 bars of meter. And that's why Chocolate Beam on Kid Buu is so strong. You can only do it on the ground though, because this input motion in the air just throws a Kamehameha, which is as good of a long-range option as a lot of others in the game. Horizontal, full screen, key wave. With quarter circle backwards and the special button, Kid Buu will rip off his own arm, make it into a ball and throw it at the opponent. This arm ball will stay on screen for a while, allowing you to get in close and follow up with a combo. But once again, it's only useful from the mid-range, because it doesn't actually cover the entire screen. This is also Kid Buu's assist move, and again, if it catches an opponent, you can just follow up with anything you want because the opponent will be stunned for a while. Moving on to his attack specials, quarter circle forward and an attack button does the ball attack, in which Buu curls up into a ball and flings himself at the opponent at high speed. This is a good move to end combos or to just mix up the opponent in general, because there's little recovery time at the end of this move. You can just guard right after it or throw a punch or kick because you come out of this special move very fast. And this attack is one of the reasons why Kid Buu is so great at applying pressure, especially in a corner. You can also do this move anywhere, be it on the ground or in the air, and the different attack buttons don't change this move too much outside of the range and the speed of this move, you know, the usual stuff. And finally, his last special attack is the arm swing with quarter circle backwards and an attack button. There's not a lot to this move, it's an anti-air where Buu grabs an opponent and slams him into the ground. The light attack version is faster, but the medium attack stretches a bit longer, and the heavy attack version is the best of both worlds at the cost of 1 bar of meter. Moving on to his super attacks, Kid Buu has 3 of them, 2 level 1 supers and a level 3. His first level 1 is the Assault Rain with quarter circle forward and the right bumper or trigger. I'm not sure if this is the official name for this move, but the effect and the input motion are these for sure. Kid Buu will throw a series of ki blasts into the air, which will then rain down on the entire stage. So you may hit your opponent at 2 different moments with his super. But be warned, if you miss the first moment, it's also very easy for the opponent to hit you, and if that happens, the ki blasts won't rain down on the stage afterwards. So don't use this recklessly. The second super is done with the same motion but while in the air. I believe this is called Pearl Flash, but once again I'm not sure about the name. Kid Buu will fly in an arc, and if he hits the opponent he'll deal the damage the super is supposed to deal, but Buu doesn't really track the opponent, he is on a fixed trajectory, so landing this might be a bit trickier than it seems. Still, it's not too hard to use it at the end of an aerial combo for some extra damage. And his level 3 super is a move that has had many names in past Dragon Ball games, but we'll go with Planet Burst, even if the final name is something like Planet Crusher or Death Ball. And you can do it with quarter circle backwards and the right bumper or trigger. Buu will scream at the opponent, and if he's in range and he isn't blocking, you'll trigger the rest of the move. But you do need to hit with that initial animation, which is kinda close range, but again, it synergizes beautifully with a lot of Kid Buu's other moves. As far as auto combos go, this is what happens when you mash the light attack button. And this is what happens when you mash the medium attack button. And now that we know his moves, let's learn how to use them. From long range, people generally know what to expect from Kid Buu. There's not a lot he can do outside of the Kamehameha and the Chocolate Beam, but those can still be useful to punish a reckless super dash or a careless opponent. But once you get in just a little bit closer in the mid-range, then Buu's options go up exponentially. The Kamehameha and Chocolate Beam are still viable options from this distance, but you've also got the fake shots for a quick low attack, which you can very easily link into a combo that goes into a level 3. This was one of my favorite moves to pull with Kid Buu. Press down and the medium attack twice, followed by the Chocolate Beam, followed by his level 3 super. And just like that, say goodbye to half of your health bar. It doesn't take much for an opponent to fall for this, and the damage is insane for the little effort this combo takes. Mid-distance is also Buu's preferred distance because of his stretchy legs that allow him to initiate combos from that distance, and the arm ball, which when it hits, it allows him to start a combo very comfortably. And because of these strengths, more advanced players will block low when facing Kid Buu or spend a lot of time in the air, because they never know when a fake shot is coming, and that's when you gotta start using his other tools. The stretchy legs also work in the air, and you can also apply pressure with a ball attack, which like I said is very fast, and even if the opponent blocks it, your recovery is insane, so it's very hard to punish that move. Kid Buu's biggest weakness is probably his level 1 super, the Assault Rain, because it can be hard to land unless you've got the timing down, and that's gonna take some practice. But what I'll say about this move is that it is a great follow-up to another character's super, because Buu will just show up underneath the enemy, and 9 times out of 10, you will land this attack. Thank you for watching another character profile. Kid Buu is a lot of fun and he's an absolute nightmare to fight against, because finding an opening in this rush down style of gameplay can be very tough. So if you're playing as Kid Buu, make sure to use that to your advantage. For more character breakdowns, check out the playlist up there. Just click it for every character breakdown we've done so far. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!